These are the people behind them. They give them pills. It's not their own will. Allah Akbar. If everything is not achieved, then we will declare the march. We will declare the holy march, yes. Because Muammar Gaddafi is a national leader. Millions of people defend me. I am calling upon the millions, from one end of the desert to the other. And we will march in our millions to purify Libya inch by inch, house by house, home by home, corner by corner, person by person, until the country is clean of the dirt and impurities. We cannot allow to lose Libya unjustified and for the wrong reasons. Who would allow that? On my side I have millions of people, and God, who has triumphed me against the great power. I have millions, not from the inside, but from other nations. I am calling upon all the millions in the deserts. From the end of the deserts, millions will march. Millions will march, and no one will be able to stop them. Quickly save yourself before we begin the march. Tonight will be a peaceful march inside our cities and streets to save our children and arrest those who harm them. You do this tonight, and tomorrow you go down in the streets. If that doesn't work, there will be another march, and you'll know where it comes from. Then there will be the national march, which I will lead. Because Libya is the mother of all nations. Libya is globally recognized. I am staying. Don't let them tell you lies. Me go to Venezuela? By God. Me leave the corpse of the martyr Abdel Salam, the first martyr in the war of 1911, and go to Venezuela? By God. And the history records it. We will leave the Mujahid Mohammed Abdel Salam and the Mujahid Sheikh Saadi and their corpses, by God, and leave? You believe that? These are the lies. Didn't they tell you yesterday that Gaddafi is in Venezuela? And here I am. These Arabic TV channels are the biggest enemy, and they're onto you. They want to destroy the oil, the freedom, public authority, and Libya because they are jealous of you. Our brothers in Qatar, is this the end of it? Is that the friendship we had between us? You go against us in everything? Instead of standing with us, you go against us. For whose benefit? By God, for whose benefit? You may regret this when it's too late. People who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. Who are you? It's time to work. It's time to march. It's time to triumph. No going back. To the front. To the front. To the front. Revolution. Revolution.
Libya's post-Gaddafi world is showing a lurch towards radical Islam, with strict Sharia law and Al-Qaeda flags in evidence there. It's barely a week since NATO moved out after a campaign to swap a dictator for democracy. Yet the alliance and the US don't seem too concerned about the shape it's taking. That explains why.
Cheer first, question later. Not so long ago, the U.S. media presented Libyan rebels as freedom-loving folks yearning for democracy. After Gaddafi's killing, the narrative changed.
You know, you talk about this Arab Spring, and many people view it here as a move towards democracy. But really, that is not exactly what's going on.
It seems the U.S. media just woke up to the unfolding human rights disaster in the region.
Libya's new rulers are at risk of being accused of the same kind of abuses they fought to overthrow.
An Al-Qaeda flag planted on a Libyan courthouse steered quite some panic. And not just that. You had the interim leader coming out and saying he hoped it would become an Islamic state, that polygamy was going to be legal again. consistent with Sharia law.
Sharia law to include punishments such as cutting off the hands of thieves, beheading convicted murderers and rapists, stoning to death adulterers.
Sharia law, which is about to be introduced in Libya, is considered to be for the most part incompatible with democratic values, especially when it comes to women's rights. But many experts believe that whatever the new Libyan government's domestic policies, it will not stop the U.S. from making nice with them.
Saudi Arabia, for instance, has the most extreme form of Sharia law. Women are not allowed to drive cars, they're not allowed to vote. The crime for adultery for women is the death penalty in Saudi Arabia. And none of this seems to bother the powers that be in Washington. Why? Because Saudi Arabia does the bidding of the United States in this oil-rich region.
Saudi Arabia being a dictatorship and not a democratic state, yet